You, you can make things happen. And I think that I have been able to put my signature on the reorganization of the governance structure, the gender equality plan, the restructuring of the research networks and standing group. And obviously it's also quite rewarding that in general, people, the whole ECPR community out there sees what you do and says, thank you. The size and especially the sheer variety of things going on in the ECPR. Some of that is also, of course, due to the fact that more or less half of my term as chair, or at least the last year of my term as chair, has been full of new and unexpected things where we needed to take much more decisions than in normal routine times.
So Kris, I was reflecting on something you said 3 years ago when you took over as chair. If I can just read out the quote. You said, chairing the ECPR is a great privilege for me. The organization is almost 50 years old, but I find it in excellent shape. Filling the shoes of my predecessors will not be easy, but I will try as hard as I can. Having received so much from the ECPR, it is for me now payback time. What do you think about that 3 years later?
The same. I mean, my predecessor had already done, and his predecessors had done quite some work. So I was able to take over an organization that was in good shape. And yeah, what I said is that it was payback time. Yeah, I still believe that we are without ECPR. I would not have the academic friends that I have. I would not have the networks that I have. I would not have the experience as a journal editor that I have. But I would say to David, be patient. Listen to those who are surrounding you. And then I would say also, don't be afraid of delegation. Do delegate to others. There are many people who are out there whom you can trust in the staff, and obviously also the colleagues in the executive committee.
So I'll be honest. I'm nervous. I'm quite nervous about taking over the role. I'm nervous because I'm succeeding Kris, who was an absolutely outstanding chair, and so I've seen how it can be done well, and I can only hope that I can go some way towards doing as well as he did. But I'm also very excited. I mean, the ECPR is Europe's premier political science association. It's been around for 50 years or more now. It covers so many different areas of our daily lives as political scientists, whether it's in terms of our events or training or publications. And it's been so important for me. I mean, my personal development as a political scientist, one of the first conferences I ever went to was the ECPR joint sessions in 1985. And ever since then, going to workshops and the general conference and being involved in various ECPR activities, it has benefited my career. And so, much like Kris said 3 years ago, and I'm sure previous chairs will have said the same thing, it's helped my career. I think now it's my turn to try and give something back. And so I'm nervous, I'm excited, and I'm really looking forward to the next 3 years. The first thing that stands out immediately is that for the very first time, I suspect the very first time in the history of the ECPR, we have complete gender balance. And that's a testimony to the gender equality plan of the previous EC, led by Kris. But the second is what you'd expect to find. We have different life experiences, different levels of seniority, different countries, different research areas. And the key thing about the 6 new EC members, like the ongoing EC members, is that there's a wealth of experience and there's some incredible experience in the mix.